Alright, boys, Escanor got buffed, our Big Daddy got buffed. So first of all, his weapon got buffed. His weapon now also provides crit damage, which is very strong. Crit damage is the king of all damage. Nothing really outdoes crit damage. It's just such a great stat to have. So the fact that he didn't have it before made him inherently weaker, kit aside. Right? Like, he was just set up to not be as strong as he could have been because his weapon didn't have crit damage. Now, obviously, I want to say this completely fixes him and everything about him. It doesn't. It especially doesn't fix his potentials being bad. I think P4 Escanor is still an amazing unit. I think it's really just that at P10 comparatively to the other P10s, he is just so worthless. I mean, read this, okay? I feel like you don't have to understand anything regarding numbers or gameplay or the game or anything to just know that this is bad. The greatsword one's goated though. You get a new skill. It's pretty cool. But the weapon now has 25% more crit damage, which is very good. My Escanor, as we look at it, is 67. This was intended, I'm sorry. Crit chance and 125 crit damage. Very good, right? You can get this much better, obviously. My weapon isn't rolled perfectly, but that's super nice. If you've ever wanted to be invincible with Escanor or have your Clotho glow golden, but you can't afford spending too much money in the game, then you want to check out LootBar. LootBar offers you a way cheaper option to buy packs in game, and just look at how much I saved by buying the big bag. And it's completely safe as well. They even offer you refunds in the first 7 days if something goes wrong. It's super secure. And for Origin, the process is super simple. And I've been using them for a while, not just for Origin, so you can take my word for it. And you can sign up through my link right now in the description and start spending less. The next buff is going to be the Armor tab, because now you can just run this. You can just run armors and you get the stats, which is great, which is what every team you have probably just shut up in CC to like 1,000,000. And you have way more resting health now and defense. Now you take less damage. It's great. It's great. Super good update. I love this update. You also get the set bonuses, right? So I'm getting 2-piece Piers right here, which I used to run as accessories, but it kind of felt bad because, yes, I get blocked less, but my numbers aren't as big as they could be if I was running like a crit damage set or something, right? Now they nerfed the crit damage force set, which I hope they're just going to add a new one in the future that's just better. But for now, I think this is going to be the best setup. If you want to take this to the build guide, I think you can. I feel like you run these earrings for sure. Especially with Merlin being out now, you run this because it just gives you a lot of crit chance. Like, it's the only place you can get crit chance on the earrings or any crit related sets as far as I'm concerned. And then you run the Corrupted Watcher's ring because it's just great. You get crit damage. I rolled crit damage on this as well. It could have been a higher roll. It could have been a higher base, but it's good enough for now for what I want to do. And then this obviously just to fill the gaps, you get the 5% defense shatter, which I'm gonna be fully honest, I don't know exactly what it does yet. Like, obviously it shatters their defense, it makes you do more damage, but as to how exactly what affects what, I can't tell you. But it's good, right? I assume it's just gonna be the next, like the new, you just run this on every single DPS ever. That's cool, I like that. But now, one bonus, okay? I said this crit chance, you can have the set bonus. You also get these passives. You also now get these passives. So for Escanor, the normal skill is a very strong skill. So having these pants, which you get from the golem, I'm pretty sure, you now get normal skill damage increase just right here, but also the skill. Okay, now are you gonna be proccing this reliably? Probably not. But 5% chance to increase the normal skill damage by 10% for 10 seconds, and decrease the normal skill cooldown by 50% when landing an attack. Usually when you play Escanor, you open up with your normal skill. Okay, and then you do your normals to get Sunspot, you do your special attack, and then you do your ult, right? Now the thing is, all those are different attacks, so while you do those, there's a chance you reset your skill cooldown by 50%, right? Which is nice. It's super nice, because then you get to actually use it while you still have your flare up, or before you get the ultimate, you get some more juice out. It's nice. It's super nice, right? But I feel like there aren't any better pens. I could just run this for 10% normal skill damage, but I get 10% normal skill damage just from having like this. Plus the chance-based one, I get more. So even though like that 2-piece from the crafted one that I made, and I deleted half of it unfortunately, is good, I don't think you're gonna be running the 4-piece here. Maybe, I mean, it's not bad, but we'll see what people do. I thought this one's gonna be much stronger, but it's not what it is, unfortunately. So yeah, but it's good, right? I still think this is a decent option if you want to make it. I just don't think it's the greatest option, especially because you can run the 2-piece Pierce, which is super nice. Pierce, if you don't know, it makes it so that your hits get blocked less often because you overwhelm their perseverance. Right, this is the triggers a block. Whereas if your Pierce is higher than the boss's perseverance, their block rate is lower, so they won't block as much. Very cool. By the way, I also got Daisy. I got Daisy, which is very cool. I just made the outfit. By the way, I highly rolled on the outfit like crazy. It's 127, level 3. Now, the last buff I'm going to talk about is Merlin. Merlin's an absolute insane character. I probably shouldn't run this weapon on her, but I kind of need to. I need to get a first strike book as well for Daisy. I don't have one, which is kind of annoying. But I have to run this as well. Sorry, that's to her. I'm running this one because it's hard to say who I do my first attack with. But you want to have the burst set on her, obviously. She's a fire burst character. Okay, if we look at weapons, you see the icon right here, a little circle, a little Beyblade. She is a burst weapon. Okay, yeah, she's a burst character. Okay, so now let's go over her kit very quickly. All she does is, okay, this is super sick by the way, but okay, all she does is decrease fire burst resistance with her decoy. Her normal skill sets out this sun, which it makes a zone which tracks enemies, right? It's like a little fire sun. It tracks enemies for 12 seconds. It decreases the fire resistance by a lot and increases the burst gauge, okay, by 20 a hit. Okay, you want to have high attack on Merlin, but it does 20 a hit, which is nice. It's not, she's not the quickest burster. When she gets her outfit, she will be for sure. Right now, she's not. But also, she has her passive, which makes it so that when she activates a fire burst, she can use a free ultimate. That is so crazy. And her ultimate against enemies with fire burst activated, this attack increases their fire weakness damage by 10% for the duration of the fire burst. So you get more, what do you call it? You do more damage against fire burst characters, right? So she can set up Escanor perfectly, which is obviously super nice. My attack on her is kind of low right now. I need to make some of the 4-star orbs again. I'm out. And I need to roll equipment attack on it. Plus the staff as well. I don't have it on that one as well. So, like this staff, it's just all sorts of cooked, right? It's just all sorts of cooked. But she'll be sorted out, don't worry. Now I want to try out this team. I haven't used Daisy yet. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to try and gallon with this team. Now I've been farming overworld bosses and everything with it, and it's great. Now also, by the way, right now you want to be farming bosses. Right now, as far as I'm concerned, this whole thing being here is just a temporary thing until they work out what they want to do with dungeons. I forgot what they exactly said, but now you get the full set. Right, you get the full set from this, from just the bosses, right? So all the bosses now are just great because the other things aren't there, right? You can get a spider from the dragon, right? Which I'm probably gonna have to farm. Right, this guy drops a full set as well because there's no dungeon right now, right? So it's really good. But let's try Escanor out. All right, it's gonna be my first time using Daisy. We obviously don't start with ultimate gauge anymore either. I can do this. I'll put both down here. Why not? Get a thing in, get a tag in. He's already bursted. Right, we take the hit. I'll do the ultimate now with her. And let's just look at Escanor's damage. We obviously do not have okay right now, right? But look at the damage it's just doing. I'll show you the example with the same thing. Well, actually, I can't really. What I can show you, and this is my new record time, by the way. I unfortunately can't show you the best representation of what it used to be like. On this team, right? This is also obviously without Daisy and stuff, which I can recreate this whole Daisy. And I was talking in this video, and I was trying to explain something, so that's why it was slower. But you see the damage I'm doing, right? You see the damage I'm doing on a burst enemy with Gallon's skill and with Escanor's skill and everything. Boom. Not bad damage, right? My Escanor was duped out at that point already as well. Not bad damage. Not nearly the damage I was doing just now. If I was able, if they didn't change it so you actually lose your ult now when you go into a fight, if I was able to have this ult, I think I could do one of those 8-second Escanor clears now. Or I couldn't do it before because I feel like, I don't know why I couldn't do it before, honestly. I think I should just tried more, but I didn't have Daisy, I guess, and I didn't know about Hauser for the longest time, obviously. But the damage difference is crazy, okay? Now I'm sorry I can't give you like the best comparison, but Merlin plus the other buffs plus the armor and everything, Escanor is in such a great spot now, and I can't wait to use the sword and shield one as well because obviously you got the new outfit which looks sick. I really like it. He has a lot of defense now because you can just run this while also having defense, and he has a new set obviously, like I said, which also gives you more defense, which I'm gonna have to reroll this stuff because it's horrible. But Escanor got buffed. I'm very happy. I've been using him a lot today. and he feels great. Fire Merlin is an absolute beast of a character. That's gonna be it for me. Good job.